What's up, YouTube? Hope everybody's enjoying their holiday weekend. I had some time to get this thing knocked out. The last video was me putting the laminate on. I got all the laminate on, got the side art on. I didn't think I needed a video showing the side art. There's a million videos on YouTube of people putting side art on, so I just decided to finish it and then show the final product. This started life out as the MK2. It's got stickers in there and it had a harness, even though the harness got hacked up to make this into a Raiden. They painted the sides black. I should have took some pictures and video of it when I first got it, but I did not. So everything was painted black. I citrus stripped the sides. The MK logo was so bad faded, it was just pure white. So usually you can salvage one side and not the other, but both sides were so faded that I decided to do no new artwork. I don't like taking off original artwork, but it is what it is. I wanted it to look a little bit nicer. I'm not a picky guy, but I just didn't like it being white. So did all the body work. There was holes, gouges, did all the wood bondo, got the body work done, got the laminate on. I got this side art from XL Arcade. It lined up pretty well. I measured the dragon from the faded art and got it as close as I could, but I do think the art maybe not sized right. I think this needs to come out a little bit, and I think this needs to be here. I believe this probably needs to be about here. So, but when I was shifting it, I was running out of art on the back side, so I got it as close as humanly possible. The control panel box art is original. It's got some dings and you know, little problems here and there, but it's not faded. I got the paint off, and it turned out pretty fantastic in my opinion with the stripping of it. This side's better than the right side. This side turned out just as good. Measured the dragon, got as close as I could, but this side you can see that this has really got into his eye, and this really needs to be here. When I was trying to move it over, I ran out of here. You can see the white. I was running out of art, so I had to put it, you know, right where I got it. I mean, it's fine. It still looks beautiful to me. I mean, it's super smooth. It's super nice. But that's the artwork. I got a new control panel overlay with the run button because I got more than one game in here. I did vinyl on the front of the coin door, on the front of the machine, because it had security bars, holes, sanded all down. I had wood coming up. It, you know, got vinyl on it, sanded down, put vinyl on it. Looks super nice. The marquee is an original marquee I've had for like 10 years. It is beat to hell, but it is original. But I do got one ordered from Savo's Arcade, but it's like 3 to 6 weeks out. I painted the speaker grill. If anybody knows the little bitty retainers that hold the marquee to the glass, if anybody knows where you can get those, maybe a website. I know you can find this, but I've never been able to locate the little bitty, and they weren't in here. I had to tape it, so you know, you see it falling in. So I'd like to find those if anybody, you know, knows of where to get those. I did a bezel. I did a terrible job cutting it out because I don't know why. It's like this. I think the side art was easier to apply than cutting this out. I don't know if I'm the only one who has problems with it, but I need to trim this up. The monitor is a Unico. There's a million videos on YouTube. People hate them, people like them. I ordered one last week, so this is fresh from their factory. I know Mike's done a video, your MK Arcade source. Others have done multiple videos of the firmware being jacked. It was supposed to get new firmware, it still does not. This is from their factory a week ago, and this has the black borders. So everything that you see wrong in those videos, brightness, things of that nature, is still the same. So I don't know what they claiming they're putting out, you know, new ones with firmware, but apparently not, because this is from them as of September. So I think the monitor is pretty nice looking. I mean, it's not terrible. I got to get the time to get up north and get a CRT, but for now this will just have to work because I wanted to get all the wiring done and make sure everything's working right. And it does look okay, but on one hand it's cool, so when you make something like this, on the other hand you ought to get what you pay for and it be right. But I mean, as you can see, MK2 looks pretty good. I mean, but when I do switch, I got a switcher here. When I switch it to MK4, as you'll see, MK4 is going to be all washed out. You can already see it's like super bright from there. I did put one of these in here where you can adjust the pots like Mike showed, but it's just kind of a pain in the ass. You got to open this up and adjust the pots every single time for MK4. But and MK4 doesn't look terribly great on this monitor. MK2 and 3 do, but 4 just kind of looks a little rough, but let's see here. Let's see how washed out it is. You can't tell on, I mean, you can tell on the Mortal Kombat top, but in person it looks way more washed out than it is. But when I go back to MK3, then since it's pretty close to MK2, it shows up pretty nice. It's back, you know, it looks all right. So, but that's my MK2, reconverted from a Raiden back to MK2. I'm glad I could save a machine from being in a warehouse, or you know, just staying a Raiden and back to what it originally was. Let's hit the service menu. This is my MK1. I'll go over this as well, that I got not too long ago. All original, no fading on the sides. I had one about 5 years ago that was even nicer than this one, and I wish I'd never let go. But you know, as in life, we have millions of things we sold or let go we shouldn't have, and I shouldn't have let that one go. But now I'm glad to have one back. It's got some dings and scratches here and there, but as far as, you know, being original, what, 32 years old, I think, it's in fantastic shape. The side art, I mean, the art on the box isn't original. It's aftermarket, but he did a good job. The top, I don't know if this is original or not. It looks somewhat original. I know the original didn't have the security screws with plexi, but I'm probably just going to leave it the way it is. I don't really care for the front vinyl. The Dragon, I think it looks all right, but I'd rather it just be blacked out and original, but I'm going to leave it. I did screw it up when I strapped it down, but it is what it is. The left side's actually nicer. The left side art's actually nicer than this side, but it's just cool having the original. Not my favorite cabinet, but it's just cool how old it is and the one that started it all. But I have a switcher in here as well. And this CRT in here, I really need a CRT for this one too. I bought, this was a K7000. I bought a board that was recapped and everything and threw it in here, and it still didn't really fix my problems. I mean, I guess it's the tube. I don't know much about CRTs. I just try to adjust it the best I can, but I tried the focus and everything, and it just doesn't look that great. So really need 2 CRTs, one for this one for the other one. I got a new marquee coming. This marquee's so brittle, it's about to break if you take, I think it's the original 30 something years old, but I mean, if you sneeze on it, it's gonna break. But that's the MK2. I got Soul Edge. I don't know if anybody's ever played that in here, but it's just a fun game.
Welcome to the stage of history.
It's a little loud, but Soul Edge is in here, and I'm gonna get, or I have in the other room, a MK T unit turbo I'm gonna put in here. So it'll be original Y unit, T unit turbo, and Soul Edge, and then the MK2. I got the boards I showed, 2, 3, and 4. But that's about it for now. I just gotta get the CRTs, and then I got a holding spot for a MK3 if I can find a MK cabinet beat up or empty like I found this one. I'll make an MK3 and stick it here. But that's about it for now. Thank you.